Peace, love, and blessings, fam. Johnny Sally here with day 31 of our 60-day read-through of Wisdom of the Ages. If you've missed any of the previous recordings, you can go look them up on YouTube at Loyalty Life, spelled Lyfe Legacy LLC. Let's get into day 31. Enthusiasm. A psalm of life. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment and not sorrow is our destined end or way, but to act that each tomorrow finds us farther than today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb, driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant, let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present, heart within and God o'erhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing, leave behind us footprints in the sand of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing. Learn to labor and to wait. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. American poet, translator, and college professor, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow is considered both a popular and serious poet. Longfellow is one of the few poets included in this book who enjoyed enormous popularity during his lifetime. A Psalm of Life, first published in 1839 from a collection of poetry called Voices of the Night, became enormously popular in America and in Europe, as did his later, even more famous works, The Wreck of the Hesperus and his classic, The Song of Hiawatha, one of my favorites. I remember listening to that when I was in school as a youngin'. This poem, written by the man who holds the title as the most popular American poet of the 19th century, is a tribute to one word, and that word is enthusiasm. The original Greek meaning of this word is a God within. Longfellow's Psalm of Life encourages you and me to take a thoughtful look at the brief span of time given to us, which is our life, and to adopt an enthusiastic and grateful attitude for all that we are and all that we experience. In 1861, Longfellow was plunged into melancholy when his second wife transitioned after accidentally setting fire to her dress. After losing two wives to untimely transitions, Longfellow longed for spiritual relief, and much of the poetry of his last 20 years reflected his quest for making connection with the divine. A Psalm of Life stands as a memorial to the spirit of this great and popular poet. In this poem, Longfellow tells us that the soul is our true essence, and things are not what they seem. Our bodies and our material surroundings are but a myth, and a way of thinking that leads us to a dull and unfulfilled life. He reminds us that the grave is not our goal. When we speak of aging, we should refer only to the body, for the soul, the source of our God within, is not composed of dust. He asks us to forget about our sorrows and our pleasures, and instead turn our attention to our own growth and vow to be farther tomorrow than we are today. Our body is on a funeral march to the grave, but the God within will never know such a thing as burial. I love his choice of words to get us out of the doldrums of a life in which we often act like dumb, driven cattle, doing whatever our herd mentality directs us to do. Rather, he says, be a hero, which I interpret to mean be enthusiastic until it positively thrills you. Demonstrate your enthusiasm for life and radiate it outward in everything you do until it infects all those around you. This is heroism. You don't have to run into a burning building to save a child to be a hero. You just have to be in touch with the God within. Enthusiasm is not something granted to some and absent in others. All of us have a God within. Some of us choose to be in touch with it and display it, while others mask it and allow it to remain dormant. We let our inner God be dust, even though the poet reminds us, thus thou art to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Enthusiasm is a quality that nourishes success. When people ask me the secret of giving a great talk, I tell them it is being authentically enthusiastic. Be this, and you will be loved and forgiven for any flaws. As the great Greek dramatist Achilles once proclaimed, when a man's willing and eager, God joins in. Enthusiasm spreads joy because there is nothing depressing about it. It has faith on its side, since all fear subsides when enthusiasm is present. It is accepting because all doubt has been banished and there is no uncertainty. Enthusiasm is a choice that you can make right now. Enthusiasm is a choice that you can make right now. Let's say that with me. Enthusiasm is a choice that I can make right now. A contemporary of Longfellow's, Ralph Waldo Emerson, also recognized the value of enthusiasm. He wrote, every great and commanding movement in the annals of the world is a triumph of enthusiasm. Make your own life a great and commanding movement by practicing what this psalm of life offers you. Let us then be up and doing with a heart for any fate. Notice those people who have this heart for any fate, and that's F-A-T-E, not F-A-I-T-H, fate, not faith, and continue to achieve and pursue regardless of their circumstances, they love to laugh. They get excited over even the smallest of things. They don't seem to know how to be bored. Give them a gift and they will hug you in appreciation and put it to use instantly. Give them a free ticket to a concert and they bubble with delirium over the unexpected opportunity. Go shopping with them and their eyes are open, appreciating everything in sight and never complaining. Don't you just love being around them? This is enthusiasm. It is the God inside of all of us that wants us to know what Longfellow means when he says, life is real, life is earnest. And truly, as he puts it, the soul is dead that slumbers. Let your soul come alive and experience life through your physical being. You can begin by reading this popular poem every day and permitting Longfellow's greatness to inspire your enthusiasm. Then try some of these practical suggestions. I'm gonna be real with you. I had a long pause. My eyes started feeling heavy, like I was about to tap out. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm gonna have to peace, love, and blessings, fam, a few more times to get my enthusiasm up, because it is a choice that I can make right now. But no, I have been up since about 3:45 this morning. So let me continue before I jump into my discourse on this. Try some of these practical suggestions. 1, Anytime you are beginning an activity, like walking along the beach or attending a soccer game, pretend to yourself that it is both the first and the last time you are having this experience. This gives you a fresh eye and a sense of enthusiasm for whatever you are doing. I have 8 children, and I couldn't tell you how many talent shows, concerts, auditions, recitals, soccer, basketball, and baseball tryouts, games, playoffs I have attended. I practice this suggestion each time I attend. I'll pretend that this is the very first time I've ever done this, and the experience comes more alive. Or I'll pretend that this is the very last time I'll ever get to have this experience, and again, my enthusiasm soars. 2. Change your mind about how you have defined yourself until now. Rather than, I've always been a non-demonstrative person, shift to, I'm going to let my enthusiasm for life show. It is always a choice you have. Your soul slumbering or enjoying its embodiment through you. 3. Lessen your inclination to be a non-participant in life. Lessen your inclination to be a non-participant in life. It's wild that we have to be reminded to be present in our own lives. Standing on the sidelines while others partake of the action is all fine and good, but when you allow your enthusiasm for life to triumph, you will experience what Longfellow meant when he reminded you to be up and doing. Another of Longfellow's great points tells of Paul Revere's ride and begins with the famous lines, "Listen, my children, and you shall hear." Read it also in its entirety and feel the excitement of that epic moment and how Longfellow brought his enthusiasm to the telling of a story, even when mourning the loss of his wife. This man was able to continue being up and doing with a heart for any fate. Man, it may sound simple to be encouraging to the self, but not everybody has the energetic capacity to be enthusiastic at all times. I know it sounds easier than, it actually is for some. But one thing that I've learned that can drastically shift it is forcing yourself. It's kind of like faking it till you make it. And I don't mean forcing with exertion. It's just like me with the random peace, love, and blessing fam video. I've been told a lot of times people watch those videos over and over just because of the energy I exert or where I jumped from or things of that nature before they even actually listen to what I say. It's like when you're in the car and you're tired and you do all kind of random weird and things of that nature. You have to learn to develop that capacity in your life. Another way is breathing, especially fire breathing, when you and allow your diaphragm to expand and contract. You're building up an energy, a chi, that you can direct any way that you want to. But you have to be first and foremost enthusiastic about life, because life is just a projection of whatever you want to experience. If you are dull and drawl and drum all the time, yes, life is going to be gloomy even on the sunniest of days. If you are an individual that is genuinely happy for the most part all the time, then life is going to expand and show you the greatest of things possible than you could ever imagine. The coincidences will come out of nowhere and everything will be aligned in such a manner that will make you be like, yo, this is unreal. Because it is unreal. This isn't who we really are. This isn't real. None of this is actually real. This is a simulation of projection for us to come and experience. So why not be enthusiastic? Life is a video game. So you chose to set it on the lowest setting possible, not even beginner. You put it on, I don't even know what the setting would be called. So let's put the setting on fun. Let's put the setting on appreciating everything about life. First and foremost, appreciating yourself for being here. not for me, but for yourself. I appreciate you and I thank you for always being present. I ask that you walk in love, walk in light, walk in peace, and know that you are loved.